In this video, I am going to explain LCD name display without potentiometer. LCD name display without potentiometer. Here, sketch / include liquid crystal.h. This is the library. Liquid crystal LCD 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. This is the function which is used to make a connection between the LCD and the Ardunio board. 13 for RS register select. 12th pin of Ardunio board is for enable pin of that LCD. 11th pin D4, D5, D6 and D7. Here important point here is without potentiometer. This one is wide setup. Wide setup. LCD interface. LCD dot begin. 16, comma 2. 16 columns, 2 rows. Dimensions of the LCD. Here we use the analog write function. Analog write. 6th pin of the Ardunio board is the pulse width modulation pin. Generally, pulse width modulation is used to extract the analog information from the digital signals. Here we use 6, contrast. Directly mentioned here without potentiometer, but this statement is compulsory indicated in wide setup loop and close, but declare this contrast integer CONST TRAST. This is the contrast. This one is analog write is very important. Instead of potentiometer, we use this function analog write function. That analog write function 6th pin of that Ardunio board, that is pulse width modulation pin, is used for contrast of that LCD. Assign that 6th pin to contrast pin of the LCD. Here we use analog write. Next, wide loop. Delay 200 milliseconds. LCD dot set cursor 0, 0. The cursor, this is the LCD screen. The cursor position is this point, 0 column and 0th row. Starting point. LCD dot print SV ECW ECE department. Quotations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the 16 cross 2 means 16 columns and 2 rows. 2 rows. This one is 2, 3, 4 up to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 16. 2 rows means 0, 1. Here a display SV, EC, W, ECE, DE, PT. This one is a LCD.print displayed in first column, first row, not column. This one is the first row. Because here initially set cursor at a point 0, 0. That means this is the starting point. Next, LCD set cursor 0, 1. This is the 0 means first row. Here 1 is the second row. Starting from 0 column, we use second row and print LCD dot print. LCD dot print here we associate professor. In the quotation closed. Here associate professor. Next one with the delay. 200 milliseconds. LCD clear the screen. Delay 500 milliseconds and close this one. By using this without potentiometer. Without potentiometer, instead of a potentiometer for contrast of that LCD screen, we use analog write function. Analog write function. 6th pin of that Ardunio board is assigned to contrast pin of the LCD. Contrast pin of the LCD. In this video, I am going to explain LCD name display without potentiometer using Ardunio board. Here, these are the 16 pins of the LCD. From that Ardunio board, UNO board, we have to made some VCC connection. That means 5 volts connection. Here a red line and the ground connection, black line indicated here. You have to made 5 volts and ground connections on the breadboard. Here 16 pins are there. Ground pin of that LCD is connected to ground. VCC pin of that LCD is connected to 5 volts. And this one is the contrast pin. Here generally potentiometer is used for contrast variations. Instead of potentiometer, I have to select 6th pin. The 6th pin is the pulse width modulation pin. 6th pin of that Ardunio board is connected to contrast pin of the LCD. Because here we are not use a potentiometer. Next one is the register select. Register select pin of that LCD is connected to 13th digital pin of the Ardunio board here. 13th digital pin. Next one, register select completed. Next read write pin is connected to ground. Next enable pin of that LCD is connected to 12th pin of that Ardunio board. Next, the remaining 8 data lines are there from D0 to D7. Here D4, D5, D6, D7 are used. D4 is connected to 11th pin. Next, D5, that is the D5. D5 is connected to 10th pin. D6 is connected to 9th pin. D7 is connected to 8th pin. One more 2 pins are there, LED anode and LED cathode. Cathode is connected to ground. LED's anode is connected between 5 volts and the LED anode pin. through 220 ohm resistance. These are the connections between LCD screen and the UNO board. Now, here code analog write 6th, that means 6th digital pin, 6th pulse width modulation. Here some symbols are there. The symbols indicate some 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11 are the some pulse width modulation pins. With the help of that pulse width modulation, generally 0 to 13 are digital pins. With the help of that pulse width modulation, we extract the analog information from the digital information. Extract the analog information from the digital signals. Generally, potentiometer is an analog device. That is the reason we use the analog write function. 6th pin is assigned to contrast pin of the LCD. 6th pin is assigned to contrast pin. This is the 6th pin is assigned to contrast. This is the contrast pin of the LCD. So this one is code. Without potentiometer, we use analog write function. 6th pulse width modulation pin of that Ardunio board is assigned to contrast pin of the LCD. These are the names to be displayed. SVCWEC department, associate professor. These are the names. Wide loop, delay 200 milliseconds. LCD dot set cursor 00 means 00 means first row, first column. Generally 16 columns and 2 rows are there. 00 means the cursor is at set 0th row and 0th column. LCD print SVCW EC department. Next one, LCD dot set cursor 0, 1 means 0th column and second row. 1 means second row. LCD print associated professor. Delay 1000 milliseconds. LCD clear and delay 100. These are the functions which are used to display these names. SVCWEC department, associate professor on the LCD screen. Start simulation. Some blinking is also there. SVCWEC department, associate professor. Blinking of that these names due to delay, LCD clear and a delay. Suppose these 3 statements are not included in our sketch. We will see what happened. Start simulation. There is without any blinking. LCD displays the name SVCWEC department and associate professor. The importance of this sketch is, this code is display the names display the names on the LCD with the help of Ardunio board without potentiometer. Potentiometer is an analog device. Okay, here we have to assign analog write function. Analog write function for analog signals, but potentiometer is an analog signal. Here some digital pins are there. With the help of that pulse width modulation, extract the analog information from the digital signals. Assign a 6th pin to contrast pin of the LCD. Here instead of here assign contrast. Initialize this contrast here, integer contrast. Instead of this contrast, some value is assigned here, some 5 volts. Start simulation. SVCWEC department, associate professor. Instead of 5 volts, 10 volts are assigned. These are the analog values. for 6th pin. Start simulation. Some name also indicated. Here instead of 10, some 60 is assigned here. But we will see what happens. Okay, some brightness is not there. Brightness is not there. Stop simulation. Without a potentiometer, here that is the reason you have to write a contrast. Copy and paste here. These two lines are removed. Okay. See that? Oh. This is the demonstration of the display the names on the LCD board without potentiometer using UNO Ardunio board. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel for further updates. Thank you.